is creative. I saw this person, Cariton vendor, last Christmas. He didn't have a Christmas tree, so he stacked several unused bottles and then stripped them, and then it looked like a real Christmas tree.
Oh, talaga?
And it was on his Cariton. If that's not creativity, I don't know what is.
It is creativity.
So if a guy on the street, anybody, even a baby, for instance, everybody was born with creativity. We only need to harness it.
What does creativity play in business success?
Creativity plays, well, major. Let's take, for instance, a product, Avellanas.
Oo nga, no?
Okay.
Sparkland.
I will say this, and to those who are marketing Havaianas, I'm sorry. Okay, these are slippers. These are flip-flops. Okay, but why are they more expensive?
100 times, 10 times more expensive.
Yes. Why are they more expensive? Because Havaianas had the creativity, the knowledge of marketing it in a way no other flip-flop marketers have
Never done before.
Yes, and it is you can directly attribute that to creativity.
Wow, totoo yan, ha?
Yeah.
So, if Filipinos would only have the same kind of creativity that those marketing directors and teams are doing to their products, so Filipino product plus Filipino ingenuity plus Filipino creativity equals global success. It could be that.
Yes. I'll just use you for instance. You,
Okay.
I've known you
Fair
for a
enough.
long. No,
Okay,
no, no.
sige,
I've
sige.
known you for a long time,
Okay.
and you've recreated yourself time and time again. Okay.
Talaga? Okay.
So, so
This is really uncomfortable.
no, I know it's not comfortable, but the thing is, I'm hitting to a point. The point is simply that creativity is essential in life. If you are not creative, if you don't recreate yourself, you will die.
That's right. For people's information, I met Boom on my first job. I was from the province of Quezon, Lukban, Quezon. So perhaps you still remember the provincial Howell V in 1994.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah, I believe so. Somehow, yeah, I think.
Actually, I look at you now, I don't recognize that person.
Really? So I may have really reinvented myself.
A lot.
So that's good. So people can reinvent themselves.
People can reinvent themselves. Businesses can reinvent themselves. Products can reinvent themselves.
And when people can reinvent themselves, what can happen?
Well, two things can happen. Okay? You either reinvent yourself badly and you flop, or you reinvent yourself in a positive note and people flock to you.
So you could rise from the ashes.
Yes, but it doesn't mean that if you choose the first one, like you reinvent yourself and it doesn't fly, doesn't mean you stop. You keep reinventing yourself. We all of us have known failure.
That's right.
And failure is actually one of the topics we take up in BEST. And failure is the reason we reinvent ourselves. Failure is our greatest teacher. It is not our tormentor. It is our mentor.
That's a new paradigm, actually.
That's not new.
Some people, for them, failure is the end of the world. Failure is they are losers. They suck. They should be born destined for doom.
I'm a loser.
But having that kind of a paradigm would really set people free.
Yes, because it started out actually to whoever's going to be next chairman next, secretary next. Failure, the fear of failure starts in school.
Why so?
When you write your exam and you have a failing grade, and everybody's on you, and everybody's beating down on you, instead of encouraging you to reach heights, people are saying, no, you failed.
Speaking of those kinds of experiences, when I was in grade 3, I remember, because, you know what, as a grade 3 student, I remember that I was really talkative. Even when I was very young age, of 4, 5, 6. So when I was 9, I was in grade 3, you know what, the teacher called me up and, you know, taped my mouth and asked me to stand in front of the class, and for the next 30 minutes of the class, I was weeping. And I was embarrassed. And you know what? My spirit was broken.
Yeah.
And it took me so long before I recovered. It took me 30 minutes before I speak again.
That's long. Knowing you, that's long.
And you know what? I learned and realized to embrace that kind of gifting that I had. It could be my curse or my gift, being talkative, and somehow maybe it was the reason when I embraced it and nurtured it that I became one of GNN's broadcaster. So it's good that you talked about it.
It's also true that many of the fears we have encountered in the corporate world, like the fear of public speaking, it began in school.
Talaga?
Yes, because you're not.
So school is the culprit.
No, it's not a culprit. I want to reassess that it's not the culprit, but there are certain systems.
Experiences.
There are certain systems that don't work anymore.
That's right.
We have to change the school system, probably to embrace the differences between people, because we are all intelligent, we are all creative. Some are musically inclined, some are mathematically inclined.
The 7 intelligences, right?
Yes.
Wow. Now, you know what? It's unbelievable. We're on the last 5 minutes of our show. Imagine how time flies.
Yes.
Especially when you're talking about things that really impassion you. So we call this last 5 minutes the takeaway. So, distilling all your experiences. I mean, you're on your late 30s or whatever. Okay. So, boom. You know what? Distilling all your experiences, the learnings, even you, Jeff, even if you're younger than us, I believe you can distill all your experiences in 2 minutes. What would you like the people to learn from your life, from all your learnings?
Well, I think I'll take it to the last topic, failure. My life has been about failure.
Really?
Yes, I've failed time and time again, and I put up a business. It went under. There was a time we lived in a shanty area. 1 year without electricity. Christmas time, isipin mo yan, Christmas time, walang kuryente. I want to tell you that it will not destroy you.
Failure will not destroy.
It will build you. It will make you better.
Wow.
You just have to embrace it. It's not you that failed. It's circumstances. You are not a failure. We are winners. We just have to admit that we're winners. No excuses. Take no credit. Don't let anyone take credit for what you have done in your success, and don't blame yourself for any failure that happens. Just move forward, learn from it, and move forward.
Wonderfully said. Thanks, Boom. Wow, that's really wise. That's coming from a wizard. It really is coming from a wizard. And you, Jeff?
For me, it's passion. What you're doing right now, if you're not happy, well, I would like you to reassess. Whether you're in the corporate world or you're in the business world, you need to reassess. Because it should follow with your passion. If it's not following your passion, then eventually you won't be inspired, you won't be motivated, and it will actually pull you down.
Wow. Thank you so much, Jeff. Wonderful said as well. Failure will build you up. Passion is essential for a meaningful life. Now, if you can invite our audience to your upcoming event in September.
Yeah. Okay. For those of you who would want to join us at in the best workshop ever, we will be holding it in September. There is no date yet, but I'm sure Howell will have this flashed in the next one if ever.
And if you can tell them the website or the Facebook account again.
Okay, Jeff.
It's www.bizwizresources.com. www.bizwizresources.com.
There you have it, Filipino people, businessmen, business students, PSC investors, every Filipinos watching this show all over the world. You have it, and you heard it from Boom and Jeff, two of the best facilitators, workshop leaders, and trainers of the Philippines, and I believe of the world. You know what? If you've experienced life as a failure, then it should build you up instead of tear you down. And you heard from Jeff that without passion, life is nothing.